Good evening and welcome inside the South Charleston Rec Center for tonight's South Charleston Black Eagles basketball. My name is Jack Wither. Thank you for joining us right here on Video Productions. I'm joined tonight by former basketball coach at St. Albans High School, also at Winfield High School, Mr. Brian England. Brian, good to see you, buddy.
Hey, great to be here, brother.
I hope you can hear me. It's loud. The crowd is filling in here. We've got the music pumping. A good time, a great time to be here for basketball here in the Mountain State.
Absolutely.
We've got two great teams. Of course, George Washington, one of the top teams in Quad A, and South Charleston playing well. They did have a setback their last game out, but this is going to be awesome here tonight.
Yeah, this is setting up to be a nice game. One of the best rivalries in the state, definitely one of the best in the Kanawha Valley. So two very well-coached teams, and I think we're in for an exciting night.
Taking a look at George Washington, they come in at 4-0 on the season. Of course, their head coach is longtime head coach Rick Green, and they are averaging 55 points. That's not a lot, but they're holding their opponents to just 40 points
when you
on the season.
That, 55 will do.
Last time out for George Washington, they were at home. They defeated St. Albans 64-35. Before that, they defeated a pretty good university team at home. That was a score of 56-53. They defeated Chavez out of D.C. 52-26, and they opened up the season at Oak Hill with a victory there, 54-39. I know you had an opportunity to talk to head coach Rick Green.
Right. Yeah, we did. We talked earlier today, and just kind of wanted to get a little sense of where his team's at. And he stated that, they've really been battling injuries this year. Zane McCarty and Jason Monday both been battling injuries. Obviously, that's put George Washington behind a little bit than what coach really wants, where they want him to be at this point in the season. But he said they're not quite where they want to be, but that's why you play games like tonight, get you ready for the postseason. So I'd say George Washington will be ready to play tonight.
Taking a look at South Charleston, the Black Eagles under head coach Josh Daniel in his third year at the helm of the Black Eagles. They come in at 3-1, 1-0 in conference play. Matter of fact, both of these teams are 1-0 in the MSAC. South Charleston averaging 65.5 points a game, giving up just 51. And again, you got to talk to head coach Josh Daniels today.
Right, yeah. He's been really pleased in spurts with how his teams have played. Obviously they had a setback against Greenbrier East, had a great win against Capital. Capital's a really good team. But defensively, they've been able to change defenses to keep people off balance this year. Coach feels like they have to guard the ball better, and they need to do a better job of keeping the ball out of the paint. He stated that they need to do a better job of closing out on three-point shooters, and that's going to be key tonight against George Washington. Obviously, offensively, they want to try and score in transition when they can. Very athletic team. But he did state that in the half court, they need to execute. They can't be caught standing around. Ball needs to move. Players need to be moving.
Take a look at South Charleston before tonight. They defeated Spring Valley to open up their season. That was down at Spring Valley, 69-58. Then they defeated Charleston Catholic over at West Virginia State in the FCA Hoops Classic, 74-40. And like you said, Coach, they defeated Capital right here on this floor, 59-43, before suffering that loss back on Tuesday, the 28th of December, to Greenbrier East. That's a game where they jumped out. They were ahead 19 going into the second half, and then a 17-4 run for Greenbrier East to close out the half, and then it was just a battle from then on, and Greenbrier East winning that one 63-60.
Yeah, Coach Daniel talked about that. It's human nature when you're up big to kind of let the foot off the gas a little bit, and obviously that's not something that he wants his team doing. Towards the end of the Capital game, they struggled with that a little bit, but you really saw it against Greenbrier East, and I think that's one of Coach Daniel's keys to the game. Really is making sure that they stay engaged for four quarters.
The crowd is still filing in here to the South Charleston Rec Center. We're going to step aside. We'll come back. We'll talk about some more keys to the game for both of these ball clubs and take a look at the starters. You're watching Black Eagles basketball right here on Video Productions.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need. to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Vote with integrity, and obviously right now you're seeing a matchup right here that will have postseason implications.
So you have both these teams in the Quad A, Region 3, Section 1. And as we take a look at the starters tonight for George Washington, Zane McCarty will get the start, 5'11", senior guard. Here's a kid that hasn't played all year, has been hurt. Coach Green talked about he's had some injuries. He's got his senior back. And senior guard Zane McCarty also getting the start tonight, 6'2", senior forward Teran Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick coming in, 5 rebounds a game, 3.5 points a contest. Brendan Hoffman, the junior that transferred from Huntington, played at Huntington last year. Second leading scorer on the team at 15.3 points a game. Shoots it at 47% from the field, 35% from behind the arc. Also getting the start tonight, Landon Atkins, the senior, shooting 47%, 4.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game. And then 6'6" junior forward Ben Nickel. Nickel comes in tonight, averaging 18 points a game, 51% from the field, 82% from the free throw line, averaging 8.5 rebounds a contest, and also can step out behind the arc. He shoots it at 40%, 10 of 25 on the season. So there's a kid that if you don't defend, he'll kill you from the outside.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, that's one of the keys to the game. Coach Daniel, before the game, spoke about Ben Nickel and Brendan Hoffman. They got to make them earn everything they get, and that's very important. Obviously, they have other guys that are very capable of scoring, and so GW is a tough matchup. They're always skilled, and they always play hard, play together.
Looking at South Charleston's starting lineup, again, they come in at 3-1 on the season, 65.5 points a game. Getting the start is their leading scorer, 5'10" sophomore guard Wayne Harris. Harris averaging 18.5 points a game. He's 44% from the field, 92% from the foul line. Bryson Smith gets the start, the 6'5" junior forward, averaging 7.8 points a game, 63% from the foul line. Caden Fawcett, 6' senior guard, one of their best three-point scorers, averaging 13 points a game coming into tonight. 47% from behind the arc. He's got 15 three-pointers on the season. 6'2" sophomore guard Christian Goebel with the start tonight for the Black Eagles, 31% from the field, 3.3 points a game. And then Mondrell Dean, the 6'4" junior forward, will get the start for the Black Eagles, 12.3 points a game for Dean. He's shooting 53% from the field, 8.8 rebounds a contest. And the key to the game that Coach Green had talked about South Charleston.
Guard in transition. Get to your defensive set and make things difficult in the half court on South Charleston. Keep them off the glass. Obviously, they're big, very athletic, and you have to defend South Charleston shooters. When South Charleston gets rolling from the perimeter, it's very difficult to guard them.
Well, there you have it. We'll step aside again. We'll come back with the start of tonight's Mountain State Athletic Conference matchup. It's George Washington and South Charleston right here on Video Productions.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there? At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center. Jack Whitler alongside Brian England for the Patriots and the Black Eagles. It's South Charleston and George Washington boys basketball right here on Video Productions. And we've got a good one here, Brian. As again, we take a look at the starting lineups for George Washington. Zane McCarty, the senior guard, gets the start. Teran Fitzpatrick, senior forward. Brendan Huffman, the junior guard. And then you've got Landon Atkins, the senior forward. And Ben Nickel, the 6'6 junior forward, the leading scorer for George Washington with 18 points a contest. George Washington in their away jerseys, the maroon jerseys with the white stripes down each side. It's got the GW in the middle of the chest, white numbers for the Patriots. For the Black Eagles, they come in at 3-1 on the season. Again, their head coach in his third year, Josh Daniel. Assistant coaches Cliff Jackson, Clint Frazier, Ronnie Means, and Matt Orcutt. Starters tonight for the Black Eagles, 5'10 sophomore guard Wayne Harris, averaging 18.5 points a contest. He had 19 points in that loss against Greenbrier East. Bryson Smith, the 6'5 junior forward, 7.8 points a contest for Smith. Caden Fawcett gets the start, the 6' senior guard, averaging 13 points a contest. He's got 15 threes to lead the Black Eagles on the season. Christian Goebel, the 6'2 sophomore guard, with the start tonight, 3.3 points a game, 31% from the field. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Black Eagles, 6'4 junior forward, Mondrell Dean. Mondrell Dean comes in, averaging 12.3 points a contest, 53% from the field. South Charleston in their home whites tonight with the black numbers trimmed out in the orange. And we are all set to go here tonight inside the South Charleston Community Center. It looks like a packed house for this one. Jack Whitler alongside Brian England. Brian, great to have you.
Absolutely.
I know you were a coach. You had a little itch to you. Still got to keep sports around.
Absolutely.
And this is perfect.
We're never going to walk away from basketball. This is a great opportunity to be in a great atmosphere here, and obviously a huge game, sectional implications. Looking forward to it.
Student section right directly in front of us here as the ball is in the air, tipped back, and it'll be controlled by South Charleston. It'll be Wayne Harris. The sophomore guard, man-to-man defense for George Washington. They'll work it around the perimeter, back to Harris. Now feed it down in the low post. And going to work down low is Mondrell Dean.
All right, when he gets going downhill, he's hard to stop, Jack.
2-0 South Charleston. Man-to-man defense for the Black Eagles. Fitzpatrick hands it off to McCarty over down the right side. He'll go down the lane. Swatted out of there. Saved, well, almost saved, as Mondrell Dean sent that one over towards the South Charleston bench.
Coach Daniel talked about how important it was for Mondrell's motor to be going.
We see that on the replay. Mondrell Dean goes right to work. 6'4", 240 pounds. Hoffman penetrates baseline. His shot off, no good. Tipped around into the hands of the Patriots, Ben Nickel. He'll work against Smith into the paint, but now we've got a whistle and a foul away from the ball.
Jack, Ben Nickel's so skilled. He can score at all three levels. It's going to be very important for South Charleston today. Make sure that they can contain him.
Hoffman will trigger it in near side. Gets it in to Nickel, guarded by Smith. Fitzpatrick on the left side. Picks up his dribble. Now loose ball. Turnover on the Patriots into the hand of Fawcett. They get it into the corner. 3 on the way from Dean. Off the iron, no good. Cleared out by Hoffman. I don't think Coach Daniel wanted that shot.
No, his shot selection is huge for him. It's a great defensive play from Mondrell.
Black Eagles had the rebound. It right back in the hands, and Nichols 3 on the way, and now we've got a foul, and this is going to go against Landon Atkins. That's his first. Team foul number 1 on the Patriots. Early first quarter, 2-0 South Charleston. Again in this Quad A Region 3 matchup. Fawcett over on the right wing, picked up by Hoffman. They swing it around the perimeter. We're on the other side into the corner. Harris over on the left elbow, now kicks it out to Fawcett. 3 on the way. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound to Hoffman. He'll push it into the front court. Low post, Atkins kicks it back out into the corner to McCarty. Again, McCarty's first game back as Hoffman over on the left elbow connects. It's 2-2.
He's very comfortable with that mid-range shot right there, Jack. This is where GW wants South Charleston right here in the half court.
All tied up, 5.5 minutes to go here. First quarter action inside the South Charleston Rec Center. Harris in the corner. Now Smith, 6'5", going against Cook McCarty, and got him up in the air, and I believe that foul was on the floor.
So far, GW has done a great job of keeping South Charleston off the offensive glass.
Watch the replay of Brendan Hoffman tying it up 2 apiece. Harris to trigger it into the corner. Smith, he'll launch a 3 on the way, in and out, no good. Offensive board to Harris. They get it back to Smith in the corner. He'll let it loose again. That one off the iron. Offensive board again for South Charleston. Rejected. Out of bounds. It'll stay with South Charleston.
One of the keys to the game for George Washington, keep South Charleston off the boards.
They'll take it out again here near corner, right in front of the George Washington student section. Goebel gets it back to Harris to swing it back out to Fawcett, top of the key. Penetrates into the paint. Dean, left wing, 3 ball, no good. Fitzpatrick over on the right wing. Kicks it out. Right elbow. Now straight away shot. No good. We've got a whistle and a foul. They get that on Caden Fawcett. That's his first. Team foul number 2. And 2 shots coming up for Zane McCarty.
Per usual for a rivalry game, intensity level is great on both sides right now.
Take a look at the replay of that last foul. Wasn't much, but it was enough to get the whistle. Second shot up and in as McCarty makes both of them. Gives George Washington their first lead, 4-2.
Coach Daniel wants to see some movement here in the half court.
Harris penetrates in the paint over to Dean. Dean puts it on the floor, now kicks it here near side to Smith. Lost his footing, but luckily gets it back out top. Free on the way, Fawcett, good, nothing but net.
That ball movement right there is exactly what they need. Score against GW's great defense in the half court.
South Charleston back in the lead, 5-4. Hoffman thought about the three. Now right elbow jump shot up off the iron, no good. Long rebound right into the hands of Hoffman. He'll scoop shot it up, no good. Again, another offensive board for GW. So McCarty puts it up and in, no good. Tip up, back up, off the iron, and finally controlled by South Charleston's Wayne Harris. Under 4 to go. 3, Fawcett near side. He rattles it home.
Great transition offense for South Charleston. If you're GW, you have to get on Caden early.
Right side, Fitzpatrick hands it off to McCarty. Now Ben Nickel out top, 8-4. South Charleston. Nickel penetrates in the paint. Pump fake, step through, shot up with the left hand is good.
Jack, he's so good. He uses his feet so well. Great pump fake there.
Showed the patience, pump fake, let the defender go, lays it up and in, 8-6, South Charleston. Harris. He'll try a 3. That's good, Wayne Harris.
One of the best sophomores in the state, Jack.
McCarty. Nickel thought about it, now penetrates into the paint, picks up his dribble. Gives it over to Atkins, they leave him alone, he'll put the shot up off the iron, no good, tipped out. And controlled by South Charleston's Caden Fawcett. Into the corner. Smith, 3. In and out, no good. Ball tipped out of bounds. It'll go over to George Washington. As we've got substitutions, Isaac McAllister will check in for George Washington alongside Jason Monday, 5'11 senior. For South Charleston, Jaden Motley checks in. 2:38 to go, first quarter, 11-6. Black Eagles leading the Patriots. Again, that man-to-man defense for the Black Eagles. Nickel holds it. Now works it over on the left side. Shot up, in and out, no good. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it out. 3 on the way, left side by Monday. That one no good. Rebound down to Harris. He'll quickly push it into the front court. Gives it over to Smith and contact, the foul. Look at that one against Jason Monday. His first.
Little ball screen action right there. Up top. Got to do a little better job of guarding the ball screen there for South Charleston.
13 foul on the Patriots, 11-6. Harris over on the left wing, guarded by Mundy.
Mondrell's really working right now.
Harris goes through contact, puts it up, no good. Rebound to McAllister.
Like to see South Charleston be a little bit more patient there in the half court.
Nickel dribbles baseline into the paint. Nowhere to go, double teams, kicks it out to Mundy. Now Hoffman with it. 1:30 to go. Hoffman penetrates left side. High shot off the glass. Hits the iron, no good. Long rebound, out of bounds. As Harris lets it go, it'll be South Charleston ball. 1:22 to go. 11-6, Black Eagles. Great crowd on hand here inside the South Charleston Community Center. Harris over on the left wing, puts it on the floor, into the paint, kicks it over to Smith. He'll try a three again. That one off the mark. The rebound to Ben Nickel.
Coach Daniel will be pleased with that shot. Inside out three. Very good shot selection.
Monday for three. In and out, and tip up, back up and in for Ben Nickel. You got to find Ben Nickel when the ball goes up in the air. Very active on the offensive glass. A 6'6" frame. 11-8 South Charleston. Fawcett from the right wing. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound down to McAllister. And him and Smith got tied up to get the foul on Smith.
Like to see Bryson use his head a little bit better there. No need to foul that far away from the basket.
Take a look at the replay, and nobody boxed out on Nickel as he puts it back up and in. 11-8 South Charleston. McCarty will dribble across the timeline. 27 seconds, picked up by Harris. Works it over to Fitzpatrick. Out top Monday. He goes all the way to the basket and lays it up and in.
Great
1 point game.
There for Monday. Great finish. Great execution for George Washington there.
8 seconds, Wayne Harris. Out top. Penetrates in the paint. Bounce pass. Shot no good. Contact, no whistle. And the shot will not count. We come to the end of the first quarter here inside the South Charleston Community Center. It's the Black Eagles leading the Patriots 11-10 here on Video Productions.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center, 11-10. South Charleston leading George Washington as we take a look at the stats in that first quarter. GW shooting just 22%. South Charleston not much better at 27%. George Washington 0 for 3 from behind the arc. South Charleston 3 of 11. As the Black Eagles haven't scored a field goal in the last 3:17. They still lead 11-10 as we start the second quarter. This is what we hope for.
Absolutely, rivalry game. We got a little jitters in that first quarter. I expect here in the second quarter you'll see some guys start settling down, hitting some shots.
Caden Fawcett for South Charleston's got 6 points. Ben Nickel with 4. Ben Nickel already with 5 rebounds for the Patriots.
He's a big-time player, Jack.
It'll be George Washington ball to start things out here in the second quarter. McCarty across the timeline over to Fitzpatrick. As you see, Xavier Bosley has checked in for the Black Eagles. 6'5", 300-pound Bosley. Future college football player out on the basketball court. McCarty.
Great patience here.
They swing it over to Monday, left wing. Monday penetrates in the paint, gets it swiped away. Oh, I don't know about that. Foul called on Harris.
Jack, it's very difficult to defend when a GW team, when the ball's moving side to side like that.
Take a look at the replay. Well, cut it short. Sorry about that. It'll be Patriots ball as Hoffman will take it out of bounds underneath his own basket. Into the corner. McCarty will dribble back out. Reset the offense. Looks like a 2-3 zone now for South Charleston.
Coach Daniel said he was going to switch defenses up, control the pace of the game. You can see here he's jumped into the 2-3.
Ben Nichols set the check back in for the Patriots. 3 for Hoffman off the back iron, no good. Rebound pulled out of the air by Mondrell Dean, and he is fouled. They get that on Landon Atkins. That's his second.
Mondrell's an absolute force on the boards when he wants to be, Jack.
Ben Nickel back in for the Patriots. 7:05 to go, second quarter. 11-10, South Charleston leading. Motley over on the far side. Now they swing it here near side to Smith. Feed it down into Bosley. He gets taken away, and now he'll reach in foul. Just out of frustration, he reached in and fouled Brendan Huffman.
Defensive discipline by George Washington on that play. Great backside help from Brandon Hoffman.
South Charleston now with 5 team fouls. George Washington with 4. As Hoffman brings it across the timeline over to McCarty over in the right wing. 2-3 zone again. Hoffman penetrates baseline. Gets cut off. Loses the ball into the hands of Mondrell Dean. Turnover on the Patriots.
Bad place to pick your dribble up there in the short corner.
Smith out top. Over to Dean. He'll pull up along the baseline. No good. Scramble for it. Kicked out of bounds. That'll be the Patriots' ball.
I think Coach Daniel would probably like to see a little better shot there, Jack. Pull-up jumper there. Get the ball moving a little bit. It's key to their offense.
Hoffman across the timeline over to the near side. Back out top to Nickel. Now McCarty, he'll launch a 3, and that is good. Patriots back in the lead by 2, 13-11, under 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Now McCarty gets it taken away by McAllister. Here comes Ben Nickel. Penetrates down inside, loses it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Patriots. Take a look at the replay here. McCarty left alone on the left wing and buries the three-pointer.
Zane McCarty's been in the gym his whole life. That's a great shot for him. Rick was pleased with that one.
5 points for McCarty as he penetrates baseline, gets cut off by Dean. Gets it back out to Mundy. Into the corner, 3 on the way. Off the iron, no good. Scramble for the ball into the hand of Smith. Up ahead, Dean in the corner. Smith to penetrate off the glass. And the basket's good. We're all tied back up 13-all.
Bryson Smith gets going downhill. He's hard to stop as long as he is.
6'5" frame for Bryson Smith, the junior. McCarty again from the left wing, and again back-to-back threes.
Hey, they've really missed Zane McCarty. First game back from injury this year. He's a key piece for them, starting senior guard.
George Washington back in the lead by 3, 16-13. Nice little dish down in the low post. Bosley puts a shot up, no good. Out of bounds. It'll stay with South Charleston off of McCarty. Take a look at the replay. As McCarty again. Fawcett late getting out there. Buries a 3. Zane McCarty now with 8 points to lead George Washington. Inbound out top to Smith. He'll cross over into the paint. Floater. Rolls off the iron. Offensive board. Put back by Xavier Bosley. And a quick timeout taken.
Xavier works hard on the glass. He's very hard to defend on the glass when he's working like that.
We'll stay right here. A 30-second timeout taken by head coach Josh Daniel. George Washington leading 16-15.
Starting to see guys settle in like we talked about, Jack, hitting shots. Both teams taking good ones. Zane McCarty coming up huge for George Washington right now. Taking a little pressure off of their star player, Ben Nichols.
Take a look at that last replay from Bosley. The big guy down low gathers up the offensive board, puts it back up and in. George Washington shooting 27%, 6 of 22 from the field. South Charleston right now 6 of 20 or 30%. George Washington 2 of 7 from behind the arc. Both of those coming from Zane McCarty. 3 of 11 for the Black Eagles. Coming out of the timeout, it'll be the Patriots ball. 4:32 to go, second quarter.
South Charleston back in a man-to-man.
Hoffman will bring it across the timeline, works it over on the right wing. Into the corner, McAllister, 3 up, and we're going to get a late whistle and contact over there on McAllister. And they're going to get the foul on Christian Goebel.
Christian's got to close out under control right there. Can't leave your feet on a shooter and risk fouling a three-point shooter.
3 shots coming up for Isaac McAllister, the senior guard. 4-4 from the foul line this year. As he buries the first one, take a look at the replay. And like you said, just closed out late. And the contact through the whistle. Second shot up and in. And he misses the third one. 3-point advantage for George Washington. Harris out top. McCarty guarding him. That works it over on the right side to Fawcett. Back out top. They swing it to Goebel. Back to Fawcett. Halfway point here in the second quarter.
GW switches and matches up so well in their half-court defense. It's very hard to score against when they're playing hard.
Bosley working against Nickel down low. Now Harris back out to Fawcett. He'll try a 3. Left wing, too strong. Tipped into the hands of Hoffman. Left side, Nickel. Goes around Dean, now kicks it in the corner. Hoffman bobbled him, back out to McAllister. Now Nickel. Nickel in the paint, the dish, Fitzpatrick. Nice defense by South Charleston. They swing it around the other side. 3-point, no good. Defensive rebound by Mondrell Dean.
Underrated part of Ben Nickel's game, his ability to pass the ball. You saw 3 great passes there, a couple good looks for GW.
Just under 3 minutes to go, second quarter, 18-15. George Washington leading South Charleston. The Patriots come into tonight 4-0 on the season. South Charleston at 3-1. Goebel out top, Fawcett between the circles, puts it on the floor. Hands it over. Bosley, he'll drive it in, and they're going to get offensive foul on Xavier Bosley.
Another big play by the senior, Zane McCarty. Offense and defense makes an impact on both ends.
Bryson Smith for the Black Eagles checks back in as we take a look at that last replay. Two and a half minutes to go. 18-15, Patriots leading the Black Eagles. Nickel with it outside, picked up by Dean. Now Hoffman in the corner. Works it to Nickel, nice.
What a play. Great slip by Ben Nickel there. Great pass by Brendan Hoffman. Very well executed play by George Washington.
5-point advantage for GW. South Charleston having problems scoring. Harris penetrates in the paint, kicks it into the corner. Smith again.
That's
the 3 is good.
That's an inside-out 3. Coach Daniel very happy with that. Got to defend Wayne Harris. Got to keep him out of the perimeter, out of the paint.
Ball slapped away by Harris. Down the other side, he'll lay it up and in. And we are all tied up at 20. And just like I said, South Charleston was having trouble scoring. Big 3-pointer and a steal and a layup on the other end. 1:30 to go here in the opening half. Hoffman out top. Left side, Nickel. Guarded closely by Dean. He'll put it on the floor. Goes baseline. Ball slapped out of bounds, but they're going to get a whistle and a foul. Gives him 8 points. 22-20. George Washington leading South Charleston. Harris out top, McCarty guarding him. Back to that man-to-man defense for the Patriots. Smith works it near side into the corner to Fawcett. He'll dribble back out top, under a minute to go. Caden Fawcett, he'll go all the way to the basket and lays it off the glass.
Great drive. Well,
seconds to go. Entering the ball game will be Jaden Motley. Harris will take a seat over on the bench. Patriots Hoffman will trigger it in deep in the corner, near side to get it in to McAllister. Out top, McCarty looks over to the bench, gets his instructions from head coach Rick Green. Nickel, he'll try a three. Too strong. Rebound, Fawcett with 9 seconds.
Gotta go.
Caden Fawcett across the timeline, 3 seconds. Fawcett, he'll pull up. Three on the way, off the front of the iron. We come to the end of the first half here inside South Charleston Community Center. We're all tied up, 22 apiece. It's George Washington and South Charleston right here on Video Productions.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center, all tied up 22 apiece between George Washington and South Charleston. Jack Withler alongside Brian England. And Brian,
yep,
pretty good first half.
Yeah, absolutely. Typical first half of this rivalry game. You know, if you're South Charleston right now, I think you want to try to get some more points in transition. You know, they've not really been able to get out. GW is doing a great job of defensively in the transition. Obviously, we looked at the offensive rebounds, 9 offensive rebounds to South Charleston's 4. You know, that was a key to the game for Rick Green and the George Washington Patriots. He told me his 3 keys to the game: guard in transition. They're doing a great job of it. Keep South Charleston off the glass. They're doing a great job of it. And defend South Charleston shooters. They're doing a pretty good job of that. So right now, he told me this morning, you can do 2 out of 3 of those. He feels a pretty good chance of winning the game. And right now, it's kind of in their favor. They're just not hitting shots in the half court like they normally do.
If you're now put yourself in the other locker room with Josh Daniel, what's he telling his team?
I'd say he wants them to be a little bit more patient on the offensive end as far as trying to find their shot. You know, obviously the biggest thing for him is they're getting dominated on the boards. I think the board total right now is 19 to 14, and then offensive rebounds 9 to 5. So, you know, right now I'm telling them Ben Nichols going to find a way to score. If he's not getting it off of a set play or in transition, he's going to get it off of a rebound. So, Finding Ben Nickel on the boards is key. Keeping Hoffman out of the paint is key. And just doing a little bit better job of defensively making sure, that they're rebounding.
Taking a look at the team statistics shooting-wise for George Washington from the field, 7 of 26, 27%. Just 20% from behind the arc, 2 of 10. Both of those coming from Zane McCarty. 6 of 7 from the foul line, 86% for George Washington. For South Charleston, shooting 9 of 25 from the field, 36%. 4 of 14 from behind the arc, 29%. They have yet to go to the foul line in this ballgame. Turnovers hasn't been an issue, just 3 apiece in the turnover category. Points off of turnovers, 2 apiece in that category. Again, you talked about rebounds, total rebounds, 19-14 in favor of George Washington. Offensive glass, George Washington also in their favor, 9-5. Second chance points, GW 4-2. And points in the paint are even, 10 apiece for each ball club. So that gives you what you got, a 22-22 tie here at the half.
Yeah, and, in a game like this, sometimes this happens, especially early January. Right now for George Washington, I feel like Zane McCarty is a difference maker. Obviously, he's 2 for 6, 2 for 3 from 3, and that's something that they've been missing. His steadiness as a senior. Obviously, he took a huge charge there on the defensive end, and that takes a lot of pressure off of some of those other guys, Brendan Hoffman and Ben Nickel in particular. So, Zane being healthy and contributing like this definitely makes George Washington a better team.
Taking a look at the individual stats, and Zane McCarty with 8 points to lead the Patriots in that first half, along with Ben Nichols, his 8 points. McCarty 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from behind the arc, and 2 of 2 from the foul line. Teran Fitzpatrick, 0 of 2 from the field in the first half. Brendan Hoffman just 2 points, 1 of 7 from the field. Jason Monday with 2 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 0 of 2 from behind the arc. Isaac McAllister coming off the bench, he's got 2 points. Those coming from the foul line. He went 2 of 3 from the foul line. Landon Atkins has yet to score, just 0 of 1 for Atkins. He's picked up 2 fouls in that first half. And then Ben Nickel with 8 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 0 of 1 from behind the arc, and 2 of 2 from the foul line. For South Charleston, leading the way, Caden Fawcett, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 6 from behind the arc for the senior shooting guard, Caden Fawcett. Wayne Harris with 5 points, 2 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from behind the arc for Harris. Also, Bryson Smith with 5 points, 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point land. Mondrell Dean just 2 points, 1 of 5, 0 of 2. And here's a guy that I think needs to get more touches down low in that low block is Mondrell Dean.
He's a load, and again, one of Coach Daniels' keys to the game was run our half-court offense. And I know that in Coach Daniels' half-court offense that Mondrell's going to get touches. They've got to get that ball moving side to side and look for Mondrell down there. He's a load, and that's going to be huge for them in the second half if they can do that.
And rounding out the scoring for South Charleston, Xavier Bosley coming off the bench with 2 points, 1 of 2 from the field. So we'll step aside once again, about 3 minutes on the halftime clock. George Washington back out on the floor. We're all tied up here at 22 apiece. You're watching Black Eagles basketball right here on Video Productions.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center. Halftime score, South Charleston 22, George Washington 22. And today's halftime report brought to you by Morris's Barbershop. Morris's Barbershop. Call or text 304-941-2915 for your next appointment, located on Rock Lake Drive in South Charleston. Morris's Barbershop has been serving South Charleston and the surrounding area since 1962. Morris's Barbershop. Both teams worked their way back out on the court, going through the last warm-ups. George Washington over at the bench, getting their directions from head coach Rick Green. And Brian?
Yes.
Put your seatbelt on.
Oh, yeah. Like we talked about before the game, this is one of the best rivalries in the Kanawha Valley, if not the state. Both teams are very well coached, and both teams are very skilled and very athletic, so this should be a great second half.
Again, quickly, both teams not shooting well from the field. George Washington just 27% from the field, 7 of 26. South Charleston not much better, 36%, 9 of 25 from the field. GW 2 of 10 from behind the arc, 4, and South Charleston 4 of 14. It'll be Black Eagles ball as we start things out. They'll be going right to left as you look down on the court here at the South Charleston Community Center. Wayne Harris out top. And the man defense for the Patriots. Goebel works it over to Harris on the wing. Looking for Mondrell Dean down in that low post. We talked about him during the halftime, trying to get him more involved down in that low post for the Black Eagles. Sets the screen over the left side to Fawcett. Goebel thought about the three. Back over to Dean. He'll penetrate, loses it, gets it back up, goes down inside. Ball knocked out of bounds. They say it was off of Atkins. It'll be Black Eagles ball.
You can see right off the bat here, South Charleston trying to be a little bit more patient, get that ball moving. Obviously making Mondrell Dean a focus here in the first part of this third quarter.
Harris will inbound along the baseline, still looking, finally gets it into Bryson Smith. Smith goes into the paint, back to Harris over in the far corner. South Charleston showed a little patience here. They work it out top between the circles, right side. Smith, three on the way. Off the back iron, no good. Cleared out by Hoffman.
Like to see Mondrell crash the boards there on that three-point shot.
Brendan Hoffman with the ball over in the left wing. Keeps it, goes baseline, kicks it through to Atkins. Baseline jump shot up off the iron, no good. Rebound by Smith. Loses his footing but keeps his dribble. Left side, Smith into the corner. And now we've got
kid on the court.
Extracurricular activities.
Kid on the court.
Hey, he wants to play. It's an important game.
He's having the time of his life, Jack.
Official Jim Lieber. They inbound it into Goebel down in the low post. He'll kick it out to Fawcett. Safety first.
That's
for
right.
Our spectators. Dean goes down in, and they're going to get an offensive foul on Mondrell Dean. Josh Daniel crosses his arms, shaking his head. Take a look at the replay. If you're wearing black and orange, you don't like that. If you've got the maroon on, you like it. 6:20 to go, third quarter, 22 apiece. Ben Nickel with it. Right wing, guarded by Smith. Now McCarty. Left elbow, jump shot off the front of the iron, no good. Offensive board for the Patriots.
More urgency for South Charleston on the boards. Key to the game right here. They got beat in the first half. They got to get better here.
Hoffman dribbles down in the paint, throws one up with the right hand. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Black Eagles ball. Just under 6 minutes to go. Low-scoring affair. Reminds me of the Charleston High and South Charleston games back when they played a 44 tie. Wayne Harris with a reverse layup. South Charleston in the lead, 24-22. Those were some good games back in the 80s. I know I'm old. McCarty with the shot, gets it taken away by Harris. Here comes Harris. They've got numbers. Goes down inside, shot up no good, but a whistle and a foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Very fortunate to get that offensive rebound. Wayne's got to do a little bit better job of boxing out on that shot.
We'll take a look at that replay by Harris on that. Reverse smooth. Score the basket for Harris. Gives him 7 points. He'll go to the line to shoot two. First shot up and in. Take a look at the replay on that last foul as they get Brandon Hoffman with it. Harris, a 92% free throw shooter.
That's great.
Makes both of them.
I'd say that's up there best in the state.
He was 10 of 10 from the foul line against Capital. South Charleston on an 11-2 run over the last 4.5 minutes.
Double ball screen here.
Fitzpatrick. Long two, score it for Teran Fitzpatrick.
Another great executed set play from George Washington.
Bonus for Rick Green, that doesn't get much offense from Fitzpatrick, known more for his defense and rebounding, but drive to the basket down the left side of the lane, Wayne Harris.
Coach is not happy right now. Defending the ball, keeping Wayne out of the paint. Full timeout here.
4:53 to go here in the third quarter. 4-point advantage for South Charleston. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Dreams.
You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have. No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center. 28-24, South Charleston leading, 4:53 to go. Here in the third quarter to be Patriots ball. Full time out taken by head coach Rick Green. Hoffman gives up his dribble, gives it over to Atkins. Now Nickel, he'll launch a three. That one was tipped away, saved by Atkins. Back out to Fitzpatrick. They'll reset the offense.
Great
nice pass. McCarty unable to do anything with it under the basket. Gives it back to Nickel over the left wing. He'll penetrate. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor. They get that one against Bryson Smith. Second personal foul on Bryson Smith. Second team foul on the Black Eagles. Nickel thought about the three, now puts it on the floor. He'll step back, left elbow shot up and in, and that's pretty.
Jack, we've seen that shot before. That step back is one of the best at the mid-range. Is one of the best in the state.
Might have seen something similar to that in the state championship game last year.
Yes, sir.
We approach the midway point here in the third quarter. 2-point advantage for the Black Eagles. Ball knocked out of bounds. They say it was off of Caden Fawcett. Turnover, South Charleston. We take a look at Nickel in that replay, a little step back action, and drills it from the left elbow. Quickly into the front court, McCarty goes all the way to the basket, kisses it off the glass. We're all tied up at 28. Shows his quickness right there. Absolutely. Off the dribble.
Strong and quick, great finish from Zane.
Smith over on the right wing looking for a screen. Now picks up his dribble, feeds it over to Fawcett.
A blitz of the ball screen there from Ben Nickel.
And another turnover in the exact same spot. South Charleston being careless with it.
Intensity level right now for GW is very high on the defensive end.
6th turnover on South Charleston. McCarty penetrates in the paint. Now backs it back out. Bounce pass in the short corner as Nickel backs down in the paint. Puts it up. Shot no good with the left hand. Scramble for the ball and cleared out by Mondrell Dean.
Great job of transition defense again from George Washington.
Harris on the left side gives it out to Dean. He'll leave him wide open. He'll try a three. That one no good. Harris almost with a steal. Again, I don't believe that's the shot you want if you're head coach Josh Daniel.
Sometimes there's a reason that you're wide open.
Hoffman gives up his dribble, trying to give it over to Nickel. Finally gets it over to him.
Like this intensity, though, from Mondrell on the defensive end.
Nice move by McAllister. Fitzpatrick, he'll put the shot up. No good. Rebound. Dean quickly into the front court, left side. Smith penetrates down inside. Shot up, no good. A nice rebound by Fitzpatrick. Nickel into the front court. He's got McAllister wide open. He'll take McCarty. Three on the way. Good.
We're seeing the difference maker right now for George Washington. Zane McCarty's debut 2021-22 season.
31-28, George Washington. Goebel over in the far corner in front of the South Charleston bench. Gives it over to Harris. Under 2 to go here in the third quarter. Smith, wide open three on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound to McAllister.
Like to see South Charleston get something at the rim next possession.
McCarty, wide open three off the front of the iron, no good. Tipped out of bounds to the Black Eagles. Checking back in for the Black Eagles, Jaden Motley. As we take a look at that replay. And McCarty from the right wing. Third three of the evening for Zane McCarty. He's got 13 points. 31-28 Patriots. Motley left side. Gives it in. Dean forces his way in there.
Great defense from Ben. That's a low, down low to handle.
And over to Mundy. Works it over on the left side. Gives it up to Fitzpatrick. Now back to Mundy in the corner. He'll penetrate. Ball slapped away. Gathered up by Smith. Here comes Bryson Smith. Goes all the way to the basket. Shot up and the foul. Count the basket for Bryson Smith.
Transition offense. Exactly what South Charleston needs. Great finish from Bryson.
And I believe the foul was on Ben Nickel. Bryson Smith at the line. 63% free throw shooter. And he makes it. We're tied up once again, 31 apiece. Hoffman hands it over to McAllister. He'll work it over to the near side, back to Hoffman. Step back, bounce pass to Fitzpatrick, guarded by Fawcett. Now they feed it into the corner. And we've got a whistle and a foul on the floor. They wipe away the shot. Jaden Motley gets the foul called on him.
Got Mondrell Dean face guarding Ben Nickel. Very tough to do that against GW, taking away a help defender.
Nickel to inbound it, gets it in the corner to Hoffman. Now he'll get it back. Mismatch here. Nice defense by Motley, and Nickel threw it away. Jaden Motley, undersized, played great defense on Ben Nickel that time. 20 seconds to go here, third quarter, 31 apiece. South Charleston and George Washington. Dean hands it over to Fawcett. Now he'll get it back with 10 seconds. Back over to Harris. See what they do here. Harris works it in to the corner. 3 on the way, short. Tipped around, and that ends the third quarter. And we remain tied here inside the South Charleston Community Center. 31 apiece at South Charleston and George Washington here on Video Productions.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center. 31 apiece. South Charleston and George Washington. George Washington 11 of 39 from the field, 28%. South Charleston 12 of 35 for 34%. Leading the way for the Patriots with 13 points is Zane McCarty. For South Charleston, Wayne Harris has 11 points. And Brian, just like at halftime, we're all tied up.
That's
talking
right.
about what a great game this is. And here we go. Into the fourth quarter, we're still tied.
Yeah, I thought you saw George Washington very patient on the offensive end, passing up some good shots for great shots. You saw that pay off a little bit. I think their shooting percentage was much better in the third quarter. Going to come down to the wire here in South Charleston Community Rec Center.
It'll be Patriots ball as we start things out here in the fourth quarter. Monday, Hoffman, Fitzpatrick, Nickel, and McAllister out there for the Patriots. Caden Fawcett, Bryson Smith, Wayne Harris, Mondrell Dean, and Jaden Motley for the Black Eagles. Straightaway 3 off the iron, no good. Long rebound over in the corner. And Fitzpatrick gathers it up, and now he is finally, they're going to call, I believe it's going to be a foul on South Charleston. Nope, they call a jump ball.
Coach Green is not happy.
The official along the baseline held his hand up with a fist, and I thought a foul was going to be called. So it'll be South Charleston ball. Man-to-man defense again for the Patriots. Motley over in the left wing. Gives it back to Harris. Harris, left elbow. Smith. Gives up his dribble, back out to Fawcett. He'll take a long 3 off the front iron, no good. Into the hands of Ben Nickel. And that is going to be an offensive foul. Jaden Motley there for South Charleston takes the charge. Foul is on Brendan Hoffman.
Jack, Jaden's made 2 big defensive plays.
You take a look at the replay, yeah.
2 big defensive plays here in the end of the third, beginning of the fourth quarter.
Again, it comes back to if you're wearing black and orange, that's a great call.
Right.
If you've got the maroon on for George Washington, you don't like it. Harris again out top, over to Smith. He gets a screen.
Little horns action for South Charleston. Going to get the ball moving.
Wayne Harris, the sophomore, rifles it in down low. Ball is intercepted and then thrown out of bounds off the leg of Bryson Smith. So a turnover on South Charleston gives the ball back to the Patriots. Zane McCarty checks back in for George Washington. Replaces Mundy. Hoffman walks it across the timeline. Now picks up his dribble. Nickel. Guarded by Smith. Hoffman penetrate, pull up, 15-footer straight away, no good, but a whistle and a foul. He'll go to line to shoot 2. They got that foul on Bryson Smith.
Hoffman having a quiet night tonight, averaging 15. 2 points currently. Look for him to get going here in the fourth quarter.
First shot up, rolls off the iron, no good. First trip to the foul line tonight for Hoffman, and he makes one of two. Lead back to George Washington, 32-31. Harris over on the right side. Now penetrates down in the paint, kicks it in the left side. Smith, three on the way, good!
Inside out three when Wayne Harris gets downhill, gets in the paint. Great shot from Bryson Smith.
Mondrell Dean's shoe came off, but we take a look at the replay, and like you said, the penetrate, the kick, and the three from Bryson Smith. South Charleston back in the lead by 2, 34-32.
South Charleston shoots a much higher percentage on those inside out threes, Jack.
Six minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Hoffman works it into the front court near side. Down inside, low post, puts a shot up. And no good, but he'll go back to the line to shoot two. There you see that head flip back. I thought we were going to try to get a handle on that. I do believe that was a foul, though, but that head flip, I see that more and more again this year as Hoffman makes the first. And I'm not a fan of it. That's why I brought that up.
Part of the game, selling the foul.
Yep. Hoffman makes both of them, and we're all tied up 34 apiece. Seventh tie of the ball game. Motley. McAllister guarding closely, picks up his dribble, feeds it over to Dean, left wing. Mondrell Dean penetrates in the paint, spin move, gets it taken away by McAllister. Just reached in and took it away, and here comes Ben Nickel. The head of steam gets cut off, kicks it back out to Hoffman with 5:22 to go here in the fourth quarter. Brendan Hoffman penetrates in the paint over to Fitzpatrick, baseline jump shot, rolls around, no good. Back into the hands of Fitzpatrick. He'll kick it back out. The three on the way is good from Brendan Hoffman.
You can tell Brendan's motor's going a little harder right now, trying to get going after the slow three quarters that he's had. A couple great possessions for Brendan Hoffman.
37-34 Harris. Left side, Fawcett, three on the way. Off the iron, no good, but we've got a whistle and a foul on Brendan Hoffman, and that's going to send Fawcett to the line to shoot three as we take a look at the replay. And there's the kick out, and yep.
It's the right call, Jack. Got to leave the shooter a place to land.
Fawcett just been to the line one time this season as he makes that first one. Second shot of three for the senior, Caden Fawcett, and that one rims out, no good. Third shot up, and that one rolls around and finally drops in as Fawcett makes 2 of 3. Timeout called on the floor. It's a full timeout. We'll take it. 4:51 to go. South Charleston and George Washington Patriots lead by 1.
Dreams. You have dreams.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
For more than 125 years, West Virginia State University has been educating generations of students who have gone on to change the world.
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty,
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
37-36, George Washington leading South Charleston, 4:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. Zane McCarty leading the Patriots with 13 points. But, Brian, what we've seen, Brendan Hoffman here in the fourth quarter,
right?
He has got involved. He's got 8 points for the Patriots. It'll be George Washington the ball coming out of the timeout. Hoffman works it over on the left side off the screen.
1-3-1 here for South Charleston. Little change of defense up.
Nickel picks up his dribble way out there. Now finds McCarty.
This 1-3-1 gave Capital some fits there a couple weeks ago.
McCarty penetrates, now kicks it over to Nickel. He'll penetrate back out to McCarty.
UW being very patient right now against it, trying to find the best shot. That's key to beating the 1-3-1. Good
nice
extra pass.
Ball movement by George Washington. They got the shot, and Hoffman cannot convert.
I like the call from Coach Daniel. Throw something different at him.
Halfway point here in the fourth quarter, 37-36. George Washington leading South Charleston. Left side, Bryson Smith. Motley, they swing it over in the right wing this time for Harris.
You got to give Mondrell the ball right there.
Coach Daniel very unhappy that they did not give Dean the ball. As Harris works it over on the left side. Now Dean with it. Into the corner. Motley's three on the way. Off the back iron. Long rebound into the hands of Harris. He'll take the three. That one hits off the back and over top the backboard, out of bounds to George Washington. So good, two good looks from both teams and unable to convert it.
See what defense South Charleston is in. Looks like Bryson's back in the man-to-man.
Man-to-man. 3:20 to go. Hoffman over on the right wing. Now Nickel penetrates, keeps his dribble, steps through, shot up, misses it, and a whistle and a foul on South Charleston.
Jack, Ben Nickel's one of the best I've seen him use it as pivot feet. Great ball fake there, as we see on the replay. Great
step through right there. They get the foul on
basketball player
Bryson Smith. That's his fourth personal. Team foul number 6 on South Charleston as Nickel at the line makes the first.
I believe I saw an Akron assistant coach here. I'd say there's a good chance they're giving Ben Nickel a look tonight.
Second shot up, and he makes both of them. 3-point advantage for the Patriots with 3:09 to go here in the fourth quarter. Motley penetrates, puts a shot up, no good, but a whistle and a foul on the Patriots.
Coach Green not happy with the backside defense there from George Washington.
They get that foul on Ben Nickel. Two shots coming up for Jaden Motley. 50% free throw shooter on the season, 3 of 6 coming in tonight. Buries the first one. Good minutes tonight by Jaden Motley for the Black Eagles as he makes both of them. 1-point advantage now for the Patriots.
Big possession right here.
Hoffman into the front court, guarded by Fawcett. Now Nickel with it. Nice pass down low and blocked. Oh! Looked like a clean block by Motley. Take a look at the replay. Great pass by Nickel down to that low post.
Hard to tell from that angle.
Hard to tell from that angle. McCarty at the line to shoot 2. And he makes the first. George Washington 12 of 14 from the foul line. And make it 13 of 15. And McCarty makes both of those. Give him 15 points to lead the Patriots. 41-38, 2:37 to go. Harris over on the left side into the corner to Motley. Dribbles out top, picks up his dribble, back to Harris, and he loses it out of bounds. Turnover on South Charleston.
Tell you what, you can tell right now, George Washington, it's winning time. Great defensive effort in the half court. South Charleston struggling with the pressure.
Hoffman slowly walks it across the timeline, 2:20 to go. Gives it over to Ben Nickel. Nickel out top. And they're going to get a reach-in foul on Mondrell Dean. That's his third. It'll be a 1-and-1 for George Washington.
It's really hard to reach when you're playing against a player like Ben Nickel. Like to see Mondrell just play with his feet. Active hands, don't reach, stay on balance.
Nickel at the line, where he's 4 of 4 tonight, and he missed that one. 41-38, 2:11 to go. Smith. And now, dribble, and they say it was off the foot of Nickel.
See what's set, Coach Daniel. He's going to call a timeout, get something going here.
30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second as well. 2:06 to go, 41-38. Patriots leading the Black Eagles.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
.206 to go here in the fourth quarter. 41-38. George Washington leading South Charleston. South Charleston with 2 timeouts left. George Washington with 4. It'll be Black Eagles ball. Harris will trigger it in here on the near side. Dean back to Harris over on the left wing. Now Smith.
Little flare screen action. Probably get Mondrell coming across. Didn't get it to him.
Harris penetrates, kicks it into the corner. Motley penetrates baseline, back out to Dean. He'll take another 3. Finally, he gets one to go down.
That was a big shot for Mondrell.
And he ties it up, 41 apiece.
Not quite how Coach Daniel drew it up, but that'll work, Jack.
We'll ask him about that later. He's got a big smile on his face right now. Nickel on the left wing. Puts it on the floor, penetrates, kicks it. 3 on the way from McCarty. That one's good. Zane McCarty answers back.
What a game from the senior Zane McCarty, 18 points.
44-41. Harris in the corner. Fawcett. Ball taken away. Huffman lays it up. Great defense as Hoffman steps through. Harris quickly down the other side. Fawcett, 3 on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound to McAllister.
I thought they rushed that a little bit. Time on the clock here. Like to see him get something a little bit better.
We take a look at the replay, and McCarty buries a 3. And the GW fans welcome back Zane McCarty. As the replay on the steal for Hoffman lays it up and in. McAllister at the line. Rolls off the rim, no good. 50 seconds, quickly. Harris into the front court, over on the right wing. Gives it over to Dean. Now Fawcett out top, back to Harris over on the right wing. They got to hurry up. Long 3, that one's short. Rebound, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Black Eagles with 37.4 seconds.
A lot of time on the clock here. South Charleston get a good shot, play a good possession of defense. Got a timeout.
Coach Rick Green wants to talk about it. That's a full timeout. We'll take one as well with 37 seconds. 46-41, George Washington leading South Charleston.
Get the edge in your competition and reach for a low-fat chocolate milk. It's packed with the nutrients you need to fuel up. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center. We've got a good one. George Washington leading South Charleston 46-41 with 37.4 seconds to go. Zane McCarty with 18 points tonight to lead the Patriots. 4 or 5 from behind the arc.
Zane's been battling injuries for a couple years. He's had a lot of adversity, but he's a great kid. Obviously, tonight showing up big for his team. South Charleston here, big possession. See what Coach Daniel has out of the timeout offensively. Stack formation.
Harris will trigger it in along the baseline. Gets it into the corner to Smith. Back out to Harris. Wayne Harris thought about giving it. Keeps it into the paint. Pushes it down. Shot up, no good. Tip up, back up and in by Mondrell Dean.
Great rebound by Mondrell there.
Got a foul here. But who do you foul? As McCarty gets it into the front court. They reach in, no whistle. Got a foul. And they finally get the foul. And they'll send Zane McCarty, who is perfect from the foul line tonight, back to the line. Double bonus, 2 shots coming up for McCarty.
Again, underrated aspect of Ben Nichols' game. Passing, great pass out of that press right there. It led to Zane getting fouled.
So 2 shots coming up for the senior Zane McCarty. The first one up and in. Give him 19 points on the evening. Second shot coming up. And that one rolls off the rim. 4-point lead. Quickly, Harrison in the front court. Kicks it out to Fawcett. 3 on the left wing. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, McAllister. And they'll foul him with 1.6 seconds to go.
That's the look you want right there if you're South Charleston. And get it to fall.
George Washington will walk down. And it'll be Isaac McAllister, the 6'1" senior guard. At the line to shoot 2. 2 of 4 from the foul line tonight. Shot up, he left that one off the back iron. Second shot coming up for McAllister, and he misses that one. And the heave at the buzzer, off the backboard, and George Washington comes into the South Charleston Community Center. They leave still undefeated at 5-0 on the season. South Charleston drops their second in a row. Final score 47-43. We'll step aside. We'll come back and recap everything from here inside the South Charleston Community Center. You're watching Black Eagles basketball right here on Video Productions.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 46,000 participants here in West Virginia who take part in high school sports or activities.
With all that's going on, Mullen Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling wants to remind our neighbors we're here for you. We're taking extra precautions to protect you and our employees. Right now, we're offering 6-month no-interest financing to help you stay comfortable throughout this crisis. Our superior indoor air filtration options will keep viruses, bacteria, and allergens down, increasing indoor air quality, comfort, and safety. Call us today and see how we can help you. Mullen, we're comfortable when you are.
FCA has incredible impact on coaches, the teams, the players, and the community as well.
It's changed our lives. It's changed mine as a husband, as a father, and as a coach.
It does make an impact on our lives.
FCA has become a full circle in our lives.
People from all different kinds of backgrounds.
If all we're going to be is a coach that happens to be a Christian, I think it's more important to be a Christian that happens to be a coach.
Welcome back inside the South Charleston Community Center. George Washington defeats South Charleston by a score of 47-43. And, Brian, this was a great one tonight here between these two teams.
Coach Green said before the game, needed to do 2 of the 3 things: guard and transition, get defensively set, keep South Charleston off the glass, or defend South Charleston shooters. I think they did all 3 tonight, and obviously he was confident if they could do those things, it would lead to a victory.
Yep. Taking a look at the final stats team-wise, George Washington shot 30% from the field, 14 of 46, 29% from behind the arc, 5 of 17, and from the free throw line tonight, 14 of 21, 67%. They had 7 turnovers. For South Charleston, 32% from the field, 15 of 47. From behind the arc, they were 6 of 28 for 21%, and 7 of 8 from the foul line. They had 10 turnovers on the evening. And, Brian, you and I looking at these stats, a tale of 2 halves here for both of these teams.
Right.
George Washington did not shoot the ball very well in the first half. They shot it a lot better in that second half, and that coming from Zane McCarty and Brendan Hoffman.
Yeah, and again, like we saw in the third quarter, GW moving the ball, passing up some good shots, but they were getting great shots. And usually when you do that, you see a three-point percentage at 42%, which is what they shot there in the second half. And obviously, when that ball gets moving for GW and those shooters get in rhythm, they're a much better team.
8 ties tonight. The largest lead by either team was just 5, as it was tied at 22 apiece at the half, 31-31 all at the end of 3. And then George Washington able to pull away here at the end of the ball game, 47-43, the finals. We take a look quickly at the final stats from the individuals. Leading the way, Zane McCarty, 19 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 4 of 5 from behind the arc, 5 of 6 from the foul line for Zane McCarty. 12 points tonight for Ben Nickel. Ben Nickel just 4 of 11, 0 of 4 from behind the arc, and 4 of 5 from the foul line. And the other player for George Washington in double figures is Brendan Hoffman. Hoffman finished 3 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from behind the arc, 3 of 4 from the foul line, and 10 points for Brendan Hoffman. For South Charleston, leading the way tonight, Wayne Harris, their leading scorer, come in tonight averaging 18.5 under his average, just 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from behind the arc, and 2 of 2 from the foul line. The other 2 players in double figures, Bryson Smith finished with 11 points, 4 of 13 from the field, 2 of 9 from behind the arc, and 1 of 1 from the foul line. And Caden Fawcett finished with 10 points. He's 3 of 11 from the field, 2 of 10 from behind the arc, and 2 of 3 from the foul line. And, Brian, final thoughts, buddy. This was fun. We should do this more often.
I think we should. Maybe we will.
Maybe we should have a podcast or something.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that.
Think about that.
Okay, I will. Yeah, to be honest with you, Jack, I mean, gritty game. Obviously, both teams overall in the game didn't shoot great, but you just saw a little bit more from GW there. And, again, Zane McCarty, the difference. Caden Fawcett, being one of South Charleston's leading scorers, going 3 for 11. Obviously, that's a difference maker for them. But, this is why you play these games in the regular season. I know Coach Daniel, and I know he's going to get back in that gym with those boys, and he's going to try to get the best out of his team.
Yep.
And I know Rick Green, he'll get the best out of his team and take some lessons from this win as well.
Yep. So George Washington remains undefeated. They go to 5-0 on the season, 2-0 in Mountain State Athletic Conference play. South Charleston drops their second in a row. They are 3-2 overall and 1-1 in the Mountain State Athletic Conference. I want to thank everybody for tuning in once again tonight. Our producers back in the studio, back at their house, is Butch Mounts and Robbie Mounts. On the camera tonight is Parker Withrow. Our statistician tonight is Brian Shepard. For my buddy Brian England, I'm Jack Withrow. Again, the final score from here inside the South Charleston Community Center, George Washington 47, South Charleston 43. Good night.